Everybody, it's Victus. Time to the Eat and Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Tuesdays are going off to a good start here. We did have another video across 3,000 likes, and coincidentally it was Sunday's episode, the redo run, which actually did it. So because of that, we are going to be doing episode 757, which was the runner-up in the voting, this coming Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that one. Thank you very much for unlocking that very special prize. I really do appreciate it. Here's your meme of the day / picture of the day, submitted by, I'm going to say, Ollie Panda. Top throw was, I found it. Yep, you certainly did. Now, I couldn't read exactly. I'm not sure what they were talking about in the on the D&D sheet. I wish I knew D&D like enough to understand what all that meant. So if you can parse it, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, you definitely found the spin dizzle, the D spin dizzle or something like that. Thank you very much, Ollie Panda. I love the little Isaac references mixed in with real life stuff. D-Day is going to be Sierra 6 Foxtrot November, Foxtrot Echo 2 Quebec. Don't get excited. That is not death certificate. That is number 2. We have great tiers. Good movement speed to start with anyway. We also have the pinking shears, which will give us flying and also allow our torso to do the attacking for us, which is very nice. So we can do this stuff like this. And on top of all that, we got ourselves some pretty good HP, dog. This ain't bad at all. September has been a landmark month so far. I think we've only had one somewhat bad run, and even then it wasn't bad. It wasn't like June bad, but it was kind of bad. But no crawls so far. This has got to be a record in the new era. So, and again, with good starting stats here, it opens up a world of possibilities, especially with us having 4 HP to play with for a devil deal, stuff like that, as long as we don't lose the soul heart. Okay, that's just it's a room with 4 cents and a reroll machine. Butt bombs are fine. It's going to give us 5 bombs that we can use for stuff. Secret room's not there. Shop is down here. We use one of the butt bombs to give ourselves a nickel. And the secret room might be here. I'm going to go ahead and just try it. Reason being is because I didn't feel like coming back here. It could also be there. This is actually more of a likely spot for one of the secret rooms. Okay, or I don't know what I'm talking about. What do I know? Curse room is here. Obviously, if we chose to go in the curse room, we could. Don't really want to though, unless we absolutely had to. It's hard. You'll be fine. You'll be hard pressed to make me lose a soul heart on floor 1 just to get into a curse room. I would much prefer to go in there via a bomb or something like that. Or if we can get out for half price, that would also be fine, which we could actually do. But now it doesn't matter because we don't want to lose that soul heart. So going into the curse room, unless if it's adjacent to a secret room, is the only way that we do that. I do not want to lose the soul heart because obviously devil deals are very important. We saw that about how important that was on the redo run from Sunday. So okay, well now we have a reason to go in there. So now we're looking for this regular secret room. We know that it's not anywhere, but pretty much can only be here. I do not know where it is at this point. It literally cannot be there. It cannot be there. It can't be there because that's the curse room. We just tried there. It can't be there. It can't be there. It's blocked off by rocks. We tried there. It can't be there. We tried there. So where in the hell is the secret room game? Because if you tell me that it's over to the right of the sack room, I'm going to be very, very mad. This is gonna cost us a total of 7 cents to figure this out. This is literally the only other spot in the entire map that the secret room could be at. This is the only other spot. I mean, it could be there or there. I am going to employ the blue map here because this is ridiculous. I'll be even madder. I guess technically speaking, it could also be to the north of the curse room, and I'll be even madder at that point. Once again, we get our prerequisite floor 1 famine, and thankfully, Pinking Shears does an absolute doozy of a job for EPS. We get a nothing burger of an upgrade there for an orbital. There's no way for me to check unless we get a bomb or something inside of the... Unless we get a bomb or something in the sack room. I'm almost positive now that's probably going to be off of the curse room. I can feel the anger bubbling. I'm not talking about gas this time. Is there a way to get another bomb? I have to check for my own sanity at this point. Diplopia would be great, except we can't afford it, especially now. Not trying to walk into that, but that was me. That was basically me looking at our money while walking. So we got a nickel. You take one more stab at a chest, but we lose the soul heart and get down to dangerous levels. So I'm not going to do that. And for my own sanity, I'm just going to check. Okay, so it was off of the sack room, but okay. What a ridiculous first floor. Good stats, though. Alright, so we know that we have a boss killing ability here in Pinking Shears. The devil card, which we can use against the boss. I know the secret room is to the right of here. If it's not, then I'm going to be very, very mad. More madder than I already am about that last floor. Black flies, you have to worry about losing HP, obviously. They do no damage. This room, you got to be careful with the Pooter firing through the gapers there. If you don't move immediately, you will get tagged. It's always fun when that happens, too. By always, I mean never. So what's fun about this is that we can get this Hermit card, and we can take it. We can go into the Curse Room for free, essentially. Because what we can do is we can use the Pinking Shears to go in there for free, and then teleport out. Soul Lazarus is not going to do anything for us, so I'm glad that we didn't lose any HP going in there. We could spend 5 to possibly get 7 to get the jumper cables. Jumper cables are actually pretty huge for having the Pinking Shears, because it's a way to refill and get a second torso out there, which deals double damage, obviously. But you would need that combined with something like the 4.5 volt or Nun's Habit or something like that, where you can guarantee essentially, or even car battery, guarantee essentially a second charge. We have 2020, which is just going to lower our stats, our damage by a whole lot, comparatively speaking, but giving us the double shots now. It also cancels out any sort of multi-shots that we get that's based on an eye item, including Polyphemus, which is technically considered an eye item. Inner eye, quad shot, that sort of stuff. This cancels out that. I will go back and I will pick up jumper cables just because it's just so good. And we should definitely try to get one more full charge before fighting the boss. So we're primed and ready for a very strong opening first devil deal here, assuming that we get something good. Ideally, we want something like Mom's Knife. Mom's Knife is extremely good with 2020. And Larry, we can just sit back and let the torso roll in. Okay. We'll definitely take Old Bandage. Get Sack Altar and Jello. Now, I don't think that using Jello and Sack Altar will be combined for anything. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try. So we're going to take Jello. We're going to use Jello. And take Sack Altar. We're going to use Sack Altar. Get Judas's freaking shadow. Yeah. Is Jello better than Pinking Shears here? Yeah, it's a toss-up, man. It really is. Yeah, we'll take Jello. Sorry, Pinking Shears. Now the question, obviously, early on here, we are early enough to where turning into Black Judas now would be pretty beneficial. We don't have any stats that we're currently really lacking on, but it would be nice to turn into Black Judas. Now, ideally, what you would want to do is you want to turn into Black Judas while pivoting off of a devil deal. That way, you can you can basically you can get what you want, which is turning into Black Judas, and on top of that, you get Devil Deals for essentially for free. So that would be the ideal scenario. Now, whether or not that's going to happen or not, I don't know. But I definitely feel the urge to change sooner than later. We have nothing else in the shop. We can't get that. No bombs. So, yeah. Still, though, good floor. Okay. Oh, look at that. Get 2 Jellos for the price of 1. Very kind of you, game. Now just give me back another key and then all is forgiven. Because right now, we basically got nothing out of this room. Seeing how fast Jello can recharge here with jumper cables. Every 15 shots will give you a charge on your spacebar item. Curse the Unknown means that we cannot see our HP, obviously, but we did also get a Devil Deal. Or not a Devil Deal, a damage upgrade. So I can't say that we got nothing out of that room. We picked up Glass Eye, and then I immediately forgot that we picked up Glass Eye. Juice's Tongue. It will decrease the cost of Devil Deals by 1 for red hearts only. It doesn't really work for soul hearts, unfortunately. Although it would be cool if it did. Got a second soul heart here. That may have been a mistake because obviously if we're going to turn into Black Judas, we want to save the soul hearts as much as possible. So if we were planning on turning into Black Judas' floor, we needed to do it before taking the soul heart. Or, on the other hand, it's just 1 soul heart and who cares? Something to think about, though. If we needed HP and we really, really, really needed to turn into Dark Judas, we could. But I don't think it's that important. That was like an instant spawn there from little hush. Little husky. Little dookie. So really all we need is to just get 1 charge from jumper cables, and then we will have a second charge in Jello. Hello? Thank you. There's no reason for us to go into the store right now. We don't have enough money to do anything. We could use it to go maybe fight Greed, but a little bit of a stretch there. This key is better, in my opinion, much better used for fighting, or for going into the item room. You do have a double heart here, and with us having what I will say is having old bandage gives us more of an opportunity to play a sack room. I know the secret room's here. I'm just going to use it now. Okay, well now with a golden key, we might as well go in there. I sincerely doubt that there's going to be a Greed fight, though. This early on floor 3, no chance, brother. I'd love to get Champion Belt just to give us more damage. Remember, we're taking a damage down for taking 2020. So we need to make that up somehow. There's no reason for us not to be using Jello in pretty much every single room up until we're close to the boss. Then we want to save it. We want to save Jello for the boss at least. Nice thing about Jello is that it does have only a 1 room, basically it's every other room, and you can use them. So this is going to get us back to 1, maybe even 2, depending on what our kill count is. Just needed 1 little bit of combat there. We also need 4 cents to get Champion Belt. I would love to get that. Close call there. Got out a little bit later than I was expecting. Okay, so no money, no sack room. The only thing that we could do is get a bomb now and bomb the donation machine, or find the super secret room, which we still need a bomb for. So, yeah. Don't think we're going to be able to get Champion Belt, unfortunately. I guess unless we get the box or the quarter or something, but that would be a pretty lame boss drop. I mean, I'll take the box. The lame one would be the quarter. I don't even think I'm pretty sure it can't drop from the boss anyway. So Jello and Eden basically destroying Mega Fatty. Now we get Burnt Penny, which is way better than Judas's Tongue here. Problem is we still need coins though. So our last hope is to go all the way back, do the end around, and go into the curse room and maybe get something in there. Very rarely we ever find coins in the curse room though. And this curse room is no exception. Well, it pays for our curse room. It didn't cost us anything, but we are not going to be able to get champion belt, which kind of sucks. Pause is useless here. And we don't have blood bombs or anything like that, so yeah, we're just going to head on down. Yeah. Funny game. Alright, so we're getting to the point now here on floor 4. We're going to start needing to get some DPS upgrades. If we're not going to get range upgrades, if we're not going to get speed upgrades, then we need to be able to squab. We need to be able to sit down and just go toe-to-toe with basically any room in the game. Jello allows us to do that somewhat, but not totally. Getting good tier effects, getting just good overall base stats is what our main goal here is. We have no keys, we have no bombs. We have virtually no utility right now. We have no money to buy a premium item, that is. And this is a perfect room to practice the concept of controlling your outgoing damage. This is the perfect training tool. If you find this room in one of your runs, feel free to give, if you're on PC, feel free to give yourself the D7 and just practice that over and over and over again. I mean it. It's extremely important because it will teach you and demonstrate to you a concept that I talked about for many, many years. A lot of people like to rip on me for not taking conjoined and being too careful and too safe and yada 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 until they play the game and they actually realize, hey, there's a reason why we do this. Because the one time you're going to get lit up by something that you weren't trying to destroy, and it ends up ultimately killing you, is the time you're going to be like, that is why Sinvicta does the things he does. It's not just whistling Dixie, brother. There's lessons to be learned here. Lessons through many, many years and thousands of hours of experience in this game. We could bomb our way maybe into the shop. I have a feeling the secret room's there for some reason. Okay. There we go. That's all we needed. Just one bomb to get us in here. You know we have to buy it. Nope. Nope. Don't, no. Stop. Don't even ask. No. The answer is no. Yeah, potentially, the potential to spend 2 bombs and gain 6 back. To get 3 back. Or to get 1 back. I am going to risk it and go into the curse room now. I say risk because obviously we don't want to lose this at the soul heart. For our devil deal, it's 73%, which means we're pretty much guaranteed to get 1. At least, ideally anyway. We could have probably re-rolled Bob's Curse, but meh. Receiver room might be there, actually. Yeah, it is. I knew the Gitchy was going off. Not sure if we're close to the 15 limit for jumper cables, but there we go. Super magnet is not terrible, but not what we want. Finally get some keys here. A triple key payout. There we go. Mega Maul. My least favorite champion boss of all time. And that's why right there. So we don't get a double deal. We don't get a stat up. And yep. That's why I hate him. Right there. So I don't know if there's a... We don't know if there's a sack room or not. And really that came down to just our movement speed. Obviously, it's great for a starting stat, but not great now. So we are going to go backtrack here and just go try to find... A sack room would be perfect. We have just enough HP to where we can utilize all the hearts. It's going to take forever and a day to do so, but at this point, it's worth doing. So tricksy little dodge there. Obviously, we can go into the boss trap room. This would be good for us. We can also teleport out if we needed to. I prefer not to, though. Tournament cards are more valuable than you may think. I don't know how that fly didn't hit us there. And Envy. So we're definitely going to get the second charge here that we need from Jumper Cable. As we're going to kill all the Envy chunks anyway. Then we're going to get one on the room clear. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's go see what's inside of this here. Inside of this here boss trap room. It's HP. It's a full heal. It gives us more HP to work with. It's not ideal, obviously. A pure damage upgrade would have been better, technically, especially if we're going to turn to Black Judas. Whenever we get our next devil deal, which at this point I'm not sure. That was supposed to be this floor here. Umba. Lots of back and forth, and then now we can at least go re-roll the shop. You can either re-roll it with a bomb or just re-roll it. Or just buy a soul heart and be smart. Do that. We do that, we have one soul heart to work with to ensure that we don't lose the devil deal on the next floor. Now, if we lose the devil deal on the next floor, then we deserve to just not have one for the rest of the run. Because, yeah. I think the super magnet might give us this key. I don't know if it's going to give us that golden chest, though. Let's go see. I mean, at this point, we're boss rush is already over, and I'm trying to prevent this from becoming a crawl episode, especially with 2020. So yeah, we get this, but we don't get that. Ironically, if we had the pinking shears, then we might be able to do something with that, but that's okay. And no, I'm not taking TM Trainer. TM Trainer, more like TM Painter. Thank you. Thank you. And there goes the soul heart. So I guess we can go in the curse room now. Magic skin. We get our soul heart back. Take Damon's tail. Use Hermit card. And we can get Steam Sadu. I'm just gonna do that. The Soul Heart, get the pockets at least. All right, let's play Can We Hold On to a Soul Heart? Part 3. Get another big exercise in controlling your outgoing damage here. Okay. And there's enough mobs in here to make me feel fine about just using Jello. And it's a double room anyway, so basically a free use. Deep pockets starting to pay out with some coins already. Again, no reason here to not do this. Especially when you have ads that spawn other ads. That. And we'll get one more charge for the boss here. Be careful with the purple or pink champions, or whatever color you want to call them. These right here, because they will fire like that. Like what I was just getting ready to say is that they will fire at the same speed that they travel and then mask it with their body. Okay, so we need to turn into Black Judas on this floor. By any means necessary at this point. Preferably with the Devil Deal. This is definitely the best chance, unless we get screwed by a Krampus fight or something like that. By the way, bomb these skulls whenever you can, because Cage will flip out. What I will say is that it was probably a better idea for us to do a full clear first before doing this, because if there's a Sacrum Shuffle now, we won't be able to do it. Another HP upgrade and a non-Devil Deal, which is exactly what I was expecting. All right. Alrighty. There we go. What a 100% Devil Deal that is. So remember how, like, I talk about, you know, we frequently miss 100% Devil Deals? That would be one of them. That would be a missed 100% Devil Deal. All right. I felt like this could have been the extender here for September, which has been a banger month of runs, but now I don't know. Starting off with 2020 is fantastic. Definitely lots of opportunity to grow there. But missing that Devil Deal on the last floor is what caused where we are today. So we're hoping we see a Sacrum for a Sacrum Shuffle here. Bomba. I feel like dealing with these fools again. Four bombas is good. And a dead end. Black Rune could give us some kind of stats we can use here. What do we leave in our curse room? Did we leave in our curse room? Oh, it's magic skin, that's right. Okay, there is no... I mean, I'll avoid this one. Okay, we got a Tears Up and a movement speed upgrade. That's a start. We have too much HP for me to reliably just give up. Like, if we're going to give up HP, now it has to be on a Devil Deal or a Sac Room. There's no reason for us to lose 5 HP. We may have to go back to friggin'... We may have to go back to the Burnt Penny at this point. Because bombs are going to be needed for a lot of things. Damon's Tail, thank you for your service. Magic Skin, I mean, it's a play that we could make inside the secret room if there was something worthwhile. Sack of Sacks is good. At least Sack of Sacks gives us more utility that we can burn through. And because we use red hearts here, we might as well just go down to here. And I don't think there's a way for me to get... There's no way for me to get both of these. Okay, great. Good judgment. These just... There we go. That's the proper way to do it. I could have left there with one more. Okay. So, 35 cents now. I'm just going to check the shop again. I don't remember if there was anything. Might as well take a bomb. And a key. And a full charge. Why not? We're going to have plenty of money now, especially after having deep pockets. Okay, if we can turn this one into a banger run, then brother, it's gonna be a miracle. Everything hinges around turning into Black Judas at this point. So yeah, getting a Devil Deal that's an actual Devil Deal, or finding a Sac Room, because we have Old Bandage, is going to be essential at this point. Now we have this Judgment card, which is not the Reverse Judgment, which gives you a restock machine, but this is just the regular Judgment, which hopefully will give us another HP upgrade at this point. And the reason why I say that is because we're going to either save it for Black Judas, or we just parlay it into another couple of taps with Old Bandage on a Sac Room. Now, if we don't get a Sac Room on this floor, that's insanely unlucky, because the presence of a vault here tells me that we probably didn't get one of this. Because that would make essentially, what, 4 floors in a row now that we haven't had a Sac Room after getting Old Bandage? Which means that the game is absolutely metagaming us and working against our plan. But keep that in mind if we don't see a Sac Room on this floor. I think that little bit of movement speed boost definitely helped us out a little bit, thanks to the Black Rune. Unless you want to take out the Chargers, the Globins are the most dangerous threat in here. We have a dead end, all right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of feeling a little crawly. I feel like at 30 minutes before Mom, if any run hits 30 minutes before Mom, it should be automatic crawl status. But we have bits and pieces here, and had I turned into Black Judas sooner, we wouldn't be in this situation, maybe. Very much like Diplopia, Black Judas or Judas' Shadow is another thing that frequently gets left on the bench just because it's like, well, do we want to give up all of our HP to do this when we can simply just try to out-tank it? You know, how much is too much for a sacrifice? We get a regular judge. No, we get the actual restock machine now. So that's important. Because now what we can do, oh, it's so good. Now what we can do is we can find the secret room, create an item pedestal in there, and then we can re-roll it for something amazing. I hope. Gotta find the secret room first, though. We know it can't be there. No, it can't be here. Gonna hold off on spending money until we know where the secret room is. Double luck upgrade. Man, that's so good for... That's so good for Old Bandage. Okay, so the secret room is just not over here. So many hearts, and we're not going to get a sack room, which is... Yep. It's the whole reason why, if you're wondering why the game is dropping all these hearts, by the way, it's because it knows that we want a sack room, and it's not going to give us one. So it's just doing that just to be Isaac. Like I said. So we have no use for any of these red hearts on the ground, which is really a crying shame, to be honest. At least we got... Yeah, it's a funny game. At least we have Lusty Blood to help us out with damage. Secret room cannot be there. It's got to be below the vault. The only place that it makes sense. Okay, so here's the story. All about how my life got turned upside down. Okay. I'm not going to take Magic 8 Ball because that's already an item pedestal that we can re-roll in here. We're going to play Judgment for another item pedestal, hopefully. And then with plenty of money left over, we can use that reverse restock or reverse Judgment card in here and then re-roll to our heart's content till we find some mega giga Chad items. Unless, of course, this Judgment doesn't pay out, which in that case will be very sad and we'll have another YouTube short on our hands. Okay, so let's go back. We have plenty of bombs. I'm going to save myself this time because that's a long way to walk around. Not gonna do that. Okay. So now we have this. We're gonna do this. Do this. Ear Rune and Sackhead. No, thank you. We've already seen TM Trainer, so we know we can't run into that. Sausage and all stats up, and Isaac's Tomb is very good for HP. I cannot pass up Sausage. I just can't. I will pass up Isaac's Tomb and hope for something better. I mean, it's an extra life. Was the full card here? The full card's important because we need to turn into Black Judas at this point. And I'm willing to say by any means necessary. So let's go into the curse room. Well, let's find the full card first. There's the full card on this floor, right? Have I just not seen it? Crawl space down here. $3 bill is $3 bad. Okay, so what we do here now is we go fight Mom. We don't get a double deal. The reason why I'm leaving Inner Child behind is because we need to take it after turning into Dark Judas. And the reason why the Fool card was important was for that very reason. Now, in an ideal world, we'll just get a very, very good Devil Deal here, turn into Black Judas, Fool card out, pick up Inner Child, go pick up the Soul Hearts, and then we're good. That's in a perfect world. We got the Devil Deal. It's not a good Devil Deal, but I don't want Blood Oath, but there's no reason for us not to take it because we're going to turn into Black Judas. Okay, so we use the Fool card. Go over here. Go into the Curse Room. Now HP doesn't matter. In fact, we need to go into the Boss Trap Room. Golden Pill, which I will not be taking. Then we get down to 1 HP. And what we can do is we can die inside of the Boss Trap Room, but we don't have to actually do it. And then we will resurrect as Black Judas on the outside. Here's right upgrade. Okay, so now we are Black Judas. Lots of damage now. Good tears rate. We have an Emperor card for Blue Baby. We can go back here. We can start picking up Soul Hearts. We have this one. We have Inner Child, which is going to give us an extra HP. Or an extra life upgrade. We don't, unless this is a Hierophant card, which is not. Go pick up this Soul Heart, and now we're leaving as Dark Judas, but with 5 HP and guaranteed Devil Deals from here on out. Okay. So now the whole goal is to just survive through the rest of this run. And that's going to be infinitely easier now than it was 5 minutes ago. Not that we were like super in danger or anything like that, but it is easier for us to clear things safely and to also make sure that we don't have to worry about trying to find a sack room in order for us to get what we need to possibly win the run. When we can just get something like Sausage and just make a different play, and then, you know, that'd be it. Do some pretty insane dodging here. Getting a little spicy in that corner. That right there, you just saw that damage with Dark Judas is quite nice. That's huge. This gives us 2 boss items on this floor. And they're both movement speed upgrades, which is fine. Probably don't need this one, but I'm going to take it anyway. Now that we have Jello, taking it over the Pinking Shears is definitely the right move. This gives us another Tears rate upgrade, which maxes us out almost. Might as well. Got our Devil Deal here. I think it's too late for both of these. Sulfur would cost us 2, but what would I keep it over Jello? I'm gonna say no because we're still taking 1 heart with us and not losing any, so yeah, say no. Obviously, if this was earlier in the run, or we were very close to the Leviathan, then I would take it. But in this case, where we're 0 for 3 for both Guppy and for Leviathan, there's just, to me, there's no upside to doing that at all. Like, yes, you get Sulfur, but it's kind of like at what cost? And the cost is 3 Soul Hearts. Despite us getting that Disguise Rune, which we can't take anywhere with us anyway, because the Emperor card is the ace in the hole here. As it always is. plenty of keys now. This is Forget Me Now. Gives us an extra devil deal, which could be used to help us out with devil deal. I mean, it could be used for a lot of things. It's probably better used for just the second devil deal since we're not gaining anything. We'll get a second Eden token if we care about that. Okay, so we got a full charge here. Good damage. Good damage. Check the devil deal. And Bible, yeah. I really do not see a good reason to redo this floor. All in the name of a second devil deal, which potentially exposes us to more damage anyway. And we're not going into the curse room, so we also went straight to the boss, which is nice. So yeah, there's just no reason to redo this floor. I mean, you can argue, I guess, that maybe if we were doing sack rooms or something like that, then it would be worth redoing that floor, but, and like I said, for the, I guess, the Eden token, but that's about the least important thing on my mind right now about redoing that floor. The concern is that we would be redoing the floor for a devil deal that we wouldn't be taking anyway due to our low health. And also, we potentially have to redo a dangerous floor again because of, like, just for that reason, for possibly no reason at all other than an Eden token. So I really, weighing the advantages to the disadvantages there, what's the best case scenario that we could have gotten on redoing a second Womb 2? If we had something like Isaac's Tomb, you can make an argument. If we had something like I don't know, like Lost Soul Buddy, you know, we did technically have a guaranteed devil deal here, but it's not something that I think is not something that's worth doing, in my opinion, just because you can. Like, there has to be more upside to it, especially if you don't have a whole lot of HP. And also, especially if you're playing a character that cannot gain red hearts. And the reason why I point stuff like that out is just to help Isaac players, especially newer ones, understand the concept of weighing your options. When the obvious thing is, well, yeah, you just do the second room and you get a second devil deal. Okay, but you really kind of have to wonder about, is that worth it or not? Because on the surface level, it seems like it is worth it. It seems like, yeah, you do this 100% of the time. Like, why wouldn't you type thing? And then on the other hand, you do have to worry about, like, the things I talked about. You're playing a character that does not gain any red hearts. You're playing a character that is somewhat fragile. Is it worth redoing a late game run for the sake of a devil deal that you may not take at all, type thing? So I like to point that kind of stuff out, not to preach or anything, but just so newer players can kind of understand how a little bit more of an advanced strategy could be applied to Isaac. Obviously, we're going to get a nice easy dub here towards the very end, but it was, I mean, this episode, it's definitely not crawl status because the only reason why it took so long was just because of the maps and all the back and forthing we did. So it wasn't necessarily because we had terrible stats or anything, especially here as Black Judas. It was just kind of like a, yeah, we did lots of traversing. Lots of theory crafting in this one, but we needed to do it. And honestly, that's one of the more satisfying wins you can get. So thank you for watching, everyone. Again, thank you for getting Sunday's video to over 3,000 likes. We will be doing the rerun of episode 757 this Sunday as the runner-up redo, since people forgot about that episode, and I honestly don't remember what happened in that either. So it's like you get 2 like streak goals in one. Wow. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing here, everyone. Have a great Tuesday, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like these pages of mine like Nicholas, Wyatt Sipes, and Mr. Meatfoot. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.